Mastermind. My name is Andrew McCauley, and it's great to be here. I'm excited to share this information with you. Sunrise Business Mastermind is put on joint venture between the Harbour Desert Area Chamber and also SCORE. How many people have heard of SCORE? How many people have never heard of SCORE? SCORE? So SCORE in my accent. So SCORE is a government-backed organisation, and it's essentially volunteers that are ex-executives, people that are retired from the workforce, and they donate their time for business, small businesses or any-sized businesses, and just they're there to give them advice about business stuff, whether it's business planning, whether it's financial sort of stuff. There are 350 odd chapters across the US, about 13,000 volunteers offer their time for people for mentoring. So they have free mentoring, which is cool. How many people like free? Yeah. So talking about free mentoring, Bruce is one of our school mentors, and Ron's one of our school mentors as well for that. The cool thing about these sessions is that they don't have anything to sell you at the end. All right, so if you come to a free mentoring session, sometimes people say, come to my free event and I'm going to try and sell you into my program. SCORE doesn't do that. They don't have anything to sell you into. They take money. So if you are thinking or you'd like some advice or some information about how your business needs to perform, or just there to chat about your business stuff, SCORE is the place for you to go. Ron and Bruce are here. They'll be here at the end. You can have a chat to them and ask them some more information. But you can also book some times with them too. They're open. We've got an office here in Cook Street, and they are there pretty much Monday to Friday, 9 to 12. But they also do some special sessions if you need them as well. All right, so we're going to kick into blogging today. Just by a show of hands, how many people actually have a website right now? Actually have a website, not running your business. How many people have a blog on their website? Just one? Just you? You think?
Yeah, well, it's there.
Okay, cool. So I just want to find out a little bit from everybody, where exactly are you in terms of blogging? So I want to find out what your name is, your business, and then do you have a blog, and if so, what are you doing with it? So let's start with each other.
Yeah, my name is Charlie, and the company I have is software science. Site company. We're not the website. We're not the website. No, I don't have a blog, but I feel that the industry would like to benefit a lot from the blog.
Sure.
That's our business company.
Right. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Dana Cox. I'm market share for St. Louis today. I'm relatively new to my job, and he has a website. Personally, I think it's a little outdated, and I think we need to do blogging because I think it will mess up the search engines, and I think there's a lot of benefit.
Have you looked at any of the other CPA websites in the Valley, and do you think they all need some attention too?
I do.
I've had a look at a lot of them.
I currently work for two firms. I work for another firm in Ontario, GYL Power. They have a really nice site, and although they have blogging capabilities, my personal opinion is they don't keep it up.
Yeah, right.
If you don't keep it updated, if you're going to the site and seeing the same old blog, then it doesn't do a lot of good blogging capabilities.
Exactly. Awesome. What do you have to say?
Everyone wants to coffee, it's coffee I can too.
Alright, so just do the door if you want a coffee. You can jump out. If I get really, really boring, you can jump out that door. Alright, thank you. Good. Welcome.
Hi, my name is Rose Johnson. I'm with Pontius Gardening, and this is just something we've been doing because I'm retired and I have a position that gets still. So I have a lot to learn about computer and marketing and getting things out there. I hear people talking about it all the time, so I just think they're most of our gardening and landscaping business.
Right. Do you have a blog currently on your website?
We don't have a website.
You don't have a website yet. Okay. Cool. Awesome. Let's hopefully you get some good information.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Sharon Wilson, we have two small businesses. One currently does not have a website. It has a website on hold, waiting for a logo, but blog features there. I also did some.
What are the businesses?
One is Sarah Taylor's Alterations, and the other is Mario's Shoe Repair and Shoe Shop.
Cool. Okay.
And I've done some blogging for a national company for several years, but I'm here because I need to expand.
Sure. When you were doing the blogging for that national company, what sort of things were you doing for them?
It's a budget line, and what I did is just today at 2 two websites, and I wrote blogs for each one. One was more for local leads, and the other, it was North Carolina. And then the other one was for national, more like, excuse me, explaining just products, current designs, current trends, whatever.
Right. How often were you blogging? How often were you writing?
It was once every week, and then it became once, I did it twice a month.
Okay, great. Awesome, thank you. Good morning.
Hi, good morning. My name is Jamie, and I work for Children Homes of Foster Family Agency.
Sorry, what was that? Foster agency, yes.
And I do the marketing and recruiting, and so I'm
So you did the blogging?
very lucky, office aspect, I don't think here in
Okay.
Georgia.
Cool. Have you ever had any experience with blogging at all? No? Okay, that's good. Welcome. Good morning.
I'm captivated and I'm Rockville Society president, past the president. I also have my own website for art. And we have some nice websites, we throw a lot of photos out, pictures, images, but we don't write too much.
You don't write too much. Okay. Awesome. How often do you post pictures and stuff?
Let's see, probably, let's see.
Yes. Okay. One picture or a series of pictures? Yes. Great. Awesome. Thank you. Good morning.
Hi, good morning. My name is Brandon. My company is Terra Systems, which is point of sale auditing. And I'm getting ready to invest in website development. And that's why I'm here.
Okay, great. Have you done anything with blogging before?
I have.
No? Okay, good. Welcome. Good morning.
Hi, my name is Eva Edens, and I work for United Way of the Desert. And I also do marketing, communications, and events, small agencies, so we do a lot. And we have a website, and we just upgraded our website, and I want to start adding,
Cool. Have you done blogging before?
I started one a long time ago, like sort of branching out to microsite
Yeah.
thing, but I never, it was a personal one.
Sure, sure.
Really involved.
Okay, great. Welcome. Hello.
Hi, I'm Sandy Waters, Sandy Waters Events. I've never done any blogging at all. I have done all the right things with the website, social media, but.
Okay, great. Thank you. Good morning.
Hi, I'm Daniela. I'm actually with Sharon, with Mara Schulier, and also Taylor. I've never done any blogging myself.
You have done blog. Okay.
So here to learn.
Do you read blogs?
Not really.
No?
No.
Anybody else read blogs?
Yes.
Yeah, cool. Sometimes you don't know you're actually reading a blog when it's actually.
How long has blogging been around?
Blogging's been around probably since early 2000s.
Really?
Yeah, early 2000s. Started off as a way for people just to write their thoughts down. Blog, the word blog comes from the word web blog. So people writing their information, their travel diaries or whatever it may be. And then it sort of took off where people started saying, hey, I can get information from people via the internet, and this is where blogging started kicking off. So it's changed a lot since then. What I'd like to do, I'll do a quick little exercise with you both, with you all actually. I want you to find a partner, twos or threes, it doesn't matter, 2 or 3 people. And I want you to come up with one fact and one myth about blogging that you may or may not know, or you think you know. Here's an example. A myth, blogging is for hobbyists, okay, so maybe a travel, so that would be a myth. And a fact is blogging is cheap, all right? You may not know that, but that's a fact. I want you to work with a partner, just come up with one myth and one fact, okay? I'm going to give you about a minute to do that. So actually, before we go, pause it. We've had 2 people sneak in. We've had 2 people sneak in, I want to just introduce them. Hello. Good, how are you? What's your name? Let's find out who you are, what your business is.
I'm a Julia Phil, professional for Take Shape for Life, and I help people transform their lives back to the balance.
So, Joy, what have you done any blogging? Do you do blogging? Yep, great, awesome. Thank you. Welcome. And then down the end, what's your name? Great. Great, yeah. Awesome. Have you done any blogging? No? Awesome, good. Blogging is new to you as well. Does the company do any blogging? Sure, awesome. Okay. All right, now we can carry on with this exercise. Thank you, guys. So here's the part. So join up on twos or threes. What is a myth and what is a fact about blogging? All right. So introduce yourself. What is one fact about blogging?
So here, they're coming up with one myth and one fact about blogging.
Okay. We've got 30 seconds. 30 seconds.
It's all your fault. Because as of last Thursday, after your meeting, I'm investing more in the faces of
The black hole. All right. Okay, let's wrap that up. Let's find out what you came up with. So let's find out these here. How about you guys? What did you come up with? A myth? Have all four of you? Okay, so listen, what gives us the myths first?
Our myth is that I think blogs maybe have a reputation of unofficial information and unimportant information.
Okay, interesting.
Very informal.
Informal, interesting. Okay, what else?
We have, well, the fact that we have is that, people, well, we think it's that people think that blogging is not so, there doesn't have to be like a certain format or a way to put it, but, I think even in blogging, there should be some way that you have to organize your writing in order for people to actually want to read it.
Okay.
Yeah, so there's some form of criteria or format to it. And another fact we have is actually nowadays blogging does take on different formats. Like you said, some of them you think you're just on a website.
Right.
So, and probably range in complexity.
Certainly do. So there are interesting examples of that today, but as you said, formats are a big thing too. You know, it's not just written words that are blogs these days, it's video blogs. People just doing videos rather than writing. How many people like writing? How many people hate writing? I hate writing. I'd much rather do a video blog than a written blog. Adding images. Who's adding images? If you're adding images, that can be a form of a blog. Just adding some images can be a form of a blog. So you do it. Good job. Anything else from you ladies? Okay, how about you guys?
So
have anything else there you want to add? No? Okay, great. How about you guys? You were late, so you probably didn't do much of this exercise, did you?
But
Oh, you
I
got
just
that?
have a question,
Sure.
why do you have spell check?
As long as you have spell check. Yes, it does. Yes. It does.
Okay,
It's great.
that's what I wanted to know.
Sure does. Now you can start logging, right? Don't worry, that's going as well.
Thank you.
Yeah, we just made a very simple myth, is that it is hard, and as I just sort of mentioned, it's actually more user friendly. And the fact is that it connects people.
Next people. Sure does. Yeah, absolutely. So I think all of those are good. I want you to think about those, and at the end, I want you to just quickly revisit to see if you've got, see if you've cleared up some of those myths and see if those facts are actually facts by the end of it. Greg, you guys
A myth about it for me would be that when I first heard about it, and then I was putting it all, because I'm just starting my business, I was dealing with so many facets and legal things I needed to get done. And I came to a blogging class, and I thought, that sounds great. You know, it's going to be so much work and cumbersome. And then I learned that I had my own personal experience. You write really well, and you don't copy and paste. That's illegal with Google from anybody's article or the dictionary. You have to write it out yourself. I within 24 hours went up to number 2 space on the first page.
Wow.
So
you got some traction from writing a piece of content.
Yeah.
And
And
started seeing.
I remember writing during a moment when I was in a really good mood and totally jazzed about my business.
Yeah.
So that helped.
Good.
And where were you writing this? Where?
From my home.
No, but it was on your website?
I was writing my first website ad with yellowpages.com.
And is that where?
And then once they posted it, within 24 hours, it went to number 2.
I'll talk about where they go. Okay, so can everybody see? You guys see that? Okay, so by show of hands, how many people would like more website traffic? More obviously, right? There's a couple of ways to do that. One is that you can hope that your audience types your name into their browser on top. Now, that's really not going to happen unless they know who you are. And if they know who you are, then it's probably likely that they're already a customer. So you're not going to get any new customers, okay? There's you can buy an email list. Anybody ever bought an email list? Say no. Apart from almost being highly illegal, email lists don't work. Buying email lists don't work. You don't want to do that. Right? So if anyone says it's a great email list, you've got everyone in your industry, you should buy it. Don't buy it. Right? Because you're only going to find that you break the Canned Spam Act in 2003, which means you can't rent out or buy an email list and start sending emails to people. You don't ever get spam. You don't ever get spam.
Yeah.
That's where it's coming from. That sort of stuff. A lot of those people are dodgy little companies that sell their information to other marketers to try and get you to open up. And most of the time, we don't open it up. And it's usually crap anyway that we find inside of it. And then you can spend money on ads, of course. Now, Charlie, how long can you keep buying ads for? If you've got deep pockets, there's no till you run out of money, right? Till you run out of money. So buying ads is an option to get people to your website. But when you run out of money, what happens? Instantly the traffic stops. It's like turning off the tap. So buying ads can be certain strategies, but if you run out of money, then that sort of disappears and you don't have anything left to put in the bucket. So basically, blogging is short form content. I like to call it short form content. Short form content can be anywhere from 100 words to 5,000 to 10,000 words, depending on how deep you want to go with your information. I'll talk about linking in just a moment, but it's also a marketing channel. Okay, blogging can be a super marketing channel. I'm going to show you some results of what blogging's done for various businesses as well. So why do you need to blog? Now, if we have a look at this little graphic here, this is like a sales funnel. Okay, it's a typical sort of sales funnel. You've got strangers, people who don't know you, they're out there in the wild. Then you've got visitors to your website, so once they've found information about you, whether it's from a blog or some social media sort of stuff, they become a visitor to your website. Okay, once they've visited your website, you may have some forms or calls to action, and that will turn into a lead. But what's a lead? Anyone's interested in your product? Do you have their information if they're a lead? Right, but a lead is something generally in this term, in this space here, is it's hard to have a lead follow up with them if you don't have their information. So when they call you, you collect their information, then they become a lead. Right, then before that point, they're just a prospect of people that are just looking at your stuff, but you don't know how to go back and get them. It's like somebody walking into a shop. Let's say you've got a shop, a retail shop, somebody walks in, has a look at the merchandise on the wall, then walks back out. You don't know who they are, you can never market to that person again. Right? Really a leader. Once you've got their information, you walk into my shop and I say, here's my shop, would you like to give me your name and phone number, and I'll keep you on my mailing list to let you know the next special coming up. And say, yeah, sure. That means I can market to you whenever I need to because I've got your details. Does that make sense? Everybody? So that's a lead. And then of course once you've got a lead, you can email them, you can call them. They become a customer, and then so on and so on. But right now, I want to talk about the information down the front here. So blogging helps drive traffic to your website, and it works closely with search and social media as well. Okay, so how many people are using social media right now? How many people like to use it more effectively? Yep. So social media can be a great joiner with your blogs that we're doing as well. And then the next one is convert. So if you've got a website and you've got visitors coming along, then what you want to add is a call to action. Okay, a call to action. What do you think the call to action would be on your website? If somebody's reading a blog post, and at the end of it you've got a call to action. What do you think a call to action would be?
Something in the neighborhood of contacting you.
Right.
For more information.
Could be contacting you, could be signing up for an email newsletter, could be signing up for an ebook, something like that.
Yeah, we often do it with our events where we're like, join now.
Join now, yep.
Sign up, so you're just kind of calling for.
Right, you're asking them to do something. Okay, so once you've got people coming to your website or your blog or reading information, you want them to do something. Do something, don't just read it. Read it, do something.
Make a decision.
Make a decision. So, is that clear for everybody? Yeah, okay. So, blogging also helps establish authority. Okay, so if you've written a blog post and you're in your space and you're in an art space, okay, now you want to be known as the best. What specific art do you do? Is it watercolors?
Yes.
Watercolors. So you want to be the best known watercolor artist around the area. When you start writing and creating blogs, people tend to gravitate towards it. Okay, they're looking for, hey, I want to create the best watercolor feature in my house. You're going to become the expert because you're the one writing about it. Other people aren't writing about it. And just by natural attrition, you're starting to find yourself raise up and you become an authority in your area. How many people would like to be an authority in your area?
Yes.
So what does authority give you?
Confidence.
Confidence. What else? Credibility. Yeah, credibility.
Respect.
Because of my blog posts, I'll have people who I'll be on an interview on a podcast. If I can be on a guest on a podcast in front of a podcast that has 100,000 listeners, you think my traffic to my business goes up? So, right? During last week, I think it was Monday this week actually, I got a parcel in the mail and it was a book. And it was a book that said, hey, thanks for being in my book. Well, part of my book that found me from my blog post, and now I'm actually in their book, which is pretty cool. I thought I had a book in my book. There we go. Look at the book, this came in last 15 secrets successful people know about time management. Kevin Cruz, so he contacted me a little while ago and said, hey, I've got your blog and I want you to be able to add some stuff to your book, to my book. And I said, yeah, sure. So he sent me this book. I don't have a lot of space in there, but it's just another piece of credibility. Kevin Cruz is there. Kevin Cruz. So authority, it really can help you establish authority. And sometimes, Greg, as you said, you can be writing your blogs and just writing from where you are at the time about your information. People who are searching for your information, it's like, this guy writes good stuff. And when you write good stuff, people want to come back and see more. When they want to see more, they keep remembering it and they start passing the name out to other people as well. Long-term results. It drives long-term results. So let me ask you a question. How long, if you were to put an ad on a radio, how long after that ad is finished could you go back and listen to that ad?
When it's finished.
You can't, right? When it's finished, it's done. It's gone, right? It's gone. What about a newspaper? Newspaper ad. When can you go back? How often can you go back and watch a newspaper ad? As long as you keep the newspaper, right? How many people keep a newspaper longer than a couple of days after it's out of date, right? So it's pretty much limited. What about a TV? What about a TV ad? How long? Can't go back on a TV ad, right? So blogging is one of those things that once it's on the internet, it's on the internet. It stays there, it doesn't get thrown out, but it still gets referenced all the time. So let me give you an example of this. This is a blog post that we wrote on, if you can read it, it's February 17th this year. Okay, February 17th this year. It's called 5 Ways to Master Tripwire Marketing. Who knows what Tripwire Marketing is? Okay, you all need to go and read my blog. But we wrote that back in February, okay? So it's a type of marketing that certain people are interested in. Now, I took this screenshot this morning of my Google Analytics. Now, if you don't know how Google Analytics works, it's basically an indicator of who's coming to your site. This particular blog post, number 2, has 712 visits. This is this morning, this is the last 30 days. 712 visits in the last 30 days. So every day I'm getting about 20 people coming for that specific topic. And that was written how long ago? How many months ago was that? Just over 8 months ago. So every day, you think tomorrow I'm going to get 20 people coming for this?
And how are 20 people finding it every day? Is that mentioned in other articles? Or?
No, so that's a good question. So what's happening is, because I'm writing a blog post, let me take a step back. Google are the king of search. Okay, they want search. Now, if I go back and say, let's go 5 years ago, when websites were predominantly brochure sites. Okay, they were just sites that had an about page, a home page, not many other information. A bit like the CPA website, there was nothing else happening. It was the same website this week as it was 3 months ago, as it probably will be in 2 months' time. Okay, it's the same information. Google came out and said, we want to make sure that when people are searching for products or services on Google search, we want to give them the best result, because that's Google's product. Google's product is search. Okay, they want to give the best results. If you're having a bad experience or get crappy results from their search engines, you're not going to use them again. Right? If you go look for red shoes and suddenly you're getting all sorts of things that are not even related to red shoes, you're going to say, well, it's not really helping me. This search box doesn't do too well. I'm going to go and try something else. So Google wanted to make sure that the search results were the best search results possible. So what they said was, we would need to have 3 things. We need to have fresh, unique, and relevant content. Okay, fresh, unique, and relevant. So this is where blogging really started kicking in, because fresh, a blog post is fresh. Okay, so it's new. It's got a date on it. You know how old the information is. You don't. Some websites don't have this information. I'm not sure if it's this month or 6 years ago. A blog generally has a date on it, so you know that it's up to date, it's fresh. Is it unique? I think somebody, Greg, might have mentioned that it's unique. You can't copy and paste other content. Okay, so if you want to write a blog post and you saw someone else who did a good article, you can't just copy, paste, publish. Google know that. They'll say, you know what? You are being lazy. And we're not going to show your results in our search engine because you've been lazy. This person over here actually wrote that, and we know because they know the dates that you write stuff. And they'll say, we're not going to show you the search results. So you won't get published the search results at all. Okay? So fresh, unique, and relevant has to be relevant to your business. Okay? You can't just go willy-nilly writing about one thing and then completely random something else the next. Okay? So it's got to be relevant. So Google, now what they do is when you look through a blog post, there's certain words in there, and Google reads through these posts. Not somebody reads, a little robot thing reads through these posts, and it picks out relevant keywords. So when somebody says, types in tripwire marketing, they're going to look at all of the posts that have the word tripwire marketing in them. And when they find a result, they're going to come back and they're going to post it and say, this is the best possible result we have from tripwire marketing. Does that make sense? Everyone?
Just try it.
You just
The
try it?
article comes up first.
Yes.